Hello and welcome to the monthly Microsoft CSP update call. We're already in March. So I don't know if we should, let's start now. I hope mostly are attending here now can listen, or otherwise you can see the recording, of course, in the after. So today, this webinar will be recorded. If you have questions, please use the Q&A part. Recordings and presentation of the Q&A will be available and posted on the SYNNEX blogs within next 3 days, I hope. What we are going to look at are probably something we have repeated from last month, but yeah, so look at the legacy to NC enforcement. Microsoft already started with also the legacy with the CSP offering retirement guide, a little bit on those kind of SKUs that are not anymore. We're also looking at the co-pilot for Microsoft 365 in CSP. Also some new SKUs coming, already coming. So yeah, that's more or less the agenda. So let's start. So if we look at the roadmap for the legacy for the NC enforcement, it meaning that Microsoft are enforcing old CSP legacy into NC. And if we also expected that education and charity SKUs were supposed to come in the beginning of January, but Microsoft postponed those to beginning of March. But at the latest announcement I saw, it is like available from the 15th of March, I think. So even if the SKUs are available, it's not purchased. We can't purchase them right now. So if we look at the legacy, the commercial part, that was already from January 11th, started when Microsoft did start with the enforcement. Microsoft, it will not occur until the legacy subscription expires, but then they will be transformed to NC, and using the same terms and condition. It means that if legacy always been annual, a yearly commit terms, and if they have had the monthly billing, it will go over to NC, annual and monthly billing. So that is enforced. Also, if you have had the upfront payment on legacy, like annual and prepaid for 1 year, that will also enforced over to the NC with the annual terms. So that is automatically happen. And a little thing is about this is Microsoft also have, the new Teams SKUs that are also enforced on the enterprise SKUs. And a little bit tip here for you all is that let's wait for the enforcement on the legacy on enterprise SKU, because then you will actually get the legacy SKU on the NCE that is including Teams. So that could be something, but if you do this by yourself, you will end and go over to another NCE enterprise product. You are enforced if you are onto the enterprise with the EEA, no Teams, and also adding the Teams EEA. So a combined 2 SKUs. So that is something you are getting help with by Microsoft enforcing. So that could be something. But on the business products, it's still including with Teams, even if you have Teams with no with the EEA no Teams, that was enforced by the Microsoft. Oh, sorry, the EU area, economic area, that was enforced to be sold without Teams. So you have 7 days to make change. Still the return policy Microsoft have. But after the 7 days, you are enforced to keep on going with the full terms for 1 year. And unfortunately, Microsoft are not giving any notice on this one when they are enforced. So you need to look at this if you wanted to do some changes, because you can in our ION portal use the reports and add the subscription end date, and then look at when you need to do some action if that is something you want to do. Go to multi-monthly or other kind, or otherwise just consult with us and I will help you out a little bit on that part. Also, going back to education and charity, there will also be some enforcement here from legacy to NC, and that will start from July 2024. And the same will be there, that only when the academic or charity legacy expire, that will be enforced at the end of that subscription terms. So, but also there, 7 days you have to make changes or cancel or do anything else with the terms. But after those 7 days, you're in the annual commitment Microsoft have. Yes. So also in the legacy part of the CSP, we have had a lot of different offers, like migration offer promos and stuff like that. Those SKUs will not be migrated to NC because we don't have, or Microsoft maybe not have, any similar SKUs. So that's where it's important for you to contact the customer and see, okay, if you still want to use this kind of offer or similar, please check the new SKUs within the NC so we can so you can offer that instead. But as it says, promotions are more short-term part, but I know many SKUs has been living for a very long time, since you are in some of the promotion SKUs have been able to use them for 3 years. They're still going on, so the ones you probably purchased since last year or the year before that, they have the 36 commitment still there, so you are price protected, and until they are expiring, then you need to do something about that. So that can also be something to look at. Microsoft also have some kind of offer retirement guide to look in. This will be also added in the presentation or also available for you, so you can see what kind of SKUs, what's happening here. Also something that I don't think affect many of you, but it could be notable, that Microsoft will start from April 2024 to have a minimum revenue amount over a year. So indirect reseller that don't really come up to those minimum revenues of $1,000 for 12 months will actually be offboarded. So hopefully it's not one of you, but it's more or less anything within CSP are including, as you see, also included perpetual software if you buy those, or if you only buy those, maybe check if you still are can buy or have other customers to buy other things, so you can reach the $1,000 over one 12-month period, so you don't will be offboarded by Microsoft. But this will be announced. So 90 days notification before goes both to us as an indirect provider and also the indirect reseller. So that is something to, yeah, if you are on the edge on that one. So we also just have a price adjustment in Norway and Sweden. You will probably noticed they're also in other countries, but in Europe we are in Norway and Sweden, and it's 10% up on prices from February 1st. A thing to actually, if you have subscription expiring and will be renewed now in March, you will also maybe have the increase from last year. It was 1st of April, it was 15%. And also with this 10%, so it could be an increase of 25%. So that could be something to, yeah. So you notice the customer will give that ahead to the customer if you sort of get surprised. But if you have renewals after now 1st of February, you have 10% increase. So it's mostly everything that we buy in Swedish krona or Norwegian krona that is affected. Azure is not affected really there because it's bought in US dollar, but the FX rates are also coming in here. So even the price can be changing from month to month due to the FX rates. Hardware and OEM are not affected on this one right now because most of those we buy in US dollar and the FX rates comes in there. So a little about the upcoming security change to Microsoft Partner Centers. From March 2024, Microsoft will enable security defaults on all CSP partner tenants that don't already have enabled security defaults or conditional access or some kind of third-party multi-factor authenticator solution. So a recommendation here is that, of course, turn on the security defaults because we see that a lot of accounts with no security defaults added are very easy to be compromised. We have had a lot of those accounts, especially on Azure. So I will recommend you to look over those admin accounts especially and try to change password because that will be a requirement from Microsoft if you are compromised in a way that every admin accounts needs to have a password reset. So please look at those as well. So yeah. Also in Partner Center, Microsoft will introduce the security workspace, a centralized platform for be able for you as a partner to assess all the security situations and take necessary steps for helping customers to have a more secure environment. If we also look at the Microsoft Secure Score in Partner Center, Secure Score features provides a summary of security requirements and recommendation. That is something that could be a good help also for you when looking at the customer and see what kind of security level they are in, low, medium, or high, or what kind of health and what risk they are actually maybe coming into. Also, we see something about the Microsoft 365 Lighthouse is something for you as a partner, being able to have all your customers at the big scale to monitoring or helping out with settings, security settings, and alerts. We also work with alerts, as you know, but now we have see less of these Azure fraud alerts coming in, even if we have we're getting notes from Microsoft that when they see some kind of alerts, it could be actually a real fraud and an attack, then we try to, as soon as possible, contact you as a partner so you can contact and check with the customer and see if there are any breach anywhere. And also there where the admin accounts are, the Microsoft will have some requirements that you reset the passwords. And so even if it's we see notifications also when they see the lack of security defaults activated. That can also be some kind of notifications coming. But you can help the customers by checking this as well using the Lighthouse or Secure Score. So and if you have any questions, you can use the Q&A and I will check at it at the end, or my dear colleague Sophia will check and see if she can answer. A little bit about the Copilot part then. As of now, we have more like 3 areas, we can say. We have the Copilot that is more for free, that is coming in every product, more or less. But you still have, through the Enter ID, you can have more safely commercial data chats and stuff like that. So it's not really open, but mostly it's like ChatGPT you're using in that way. If you want to have the more advanced one that came on January 2024 for commercial and enterprise customers, that is the Copilot for Microsoft 365. I know it's probably someone you have started to test it, or also a customer wanted to start testing it. It means that it includes Copilot capabilities within the Microsoft apps and Teams. And you can buy it as an add-on right now. It's like $30. That is, per month. We have new SKUs coming in also from March 1st, 2024. It's the Copilot for Sales and Copilot for Service. Maybe there are more for Dynamics partner, but they include the functionality of Copilot for Microsoft 365 and also adding special role specific features on those kind of areas like sales and service. And they are available now. So if you want to start looking at them, they are already being able to be purchased. And for buying those, you need to have some previous SKU, eligible SKUs, and they are mentioned down here. M365 E3, Office 365 E3 and E5 and so on. Business Premium and Business Standard also, of course, if you look at the business plans. If you look at the licensing and pricing, the big thing right now is that, we see the price of the $30. But unfortunately, there are only annual terms and annual upfront payment for now. So we don't know if it will come with a monthly billing, but right now it's annual terms and annual upfront payment only. And also, of course, when you buy this product, you can code terms. So if you have those eligible basis licenses running at a certain date, you can also align them like with a code terminus. So you have everything expire at the same time at the annual year. So maybe there have been changes until that, so you can pay them per monthly. But that's how they're. And there is no minimum purchase requirement for those. Also, Copilot, a little bit about security and compliance control. As you know, we need to have some baseline licenses, and on the lowest part, the Office 365 E3 and Business Standard. The less is like MFA, multi-factor authentication, will only come with the security defaults. So you cannot control, or it's not a policy-based MFA on that one. Also, if you want to have some sensitive labels, it's only available for Office in this case. So if you look at the core security controls, the products like Microsoft 365 E3 and Business Premium, you will have the conditional access. You can have a policy-based identity and device and location part. Also, the sensitive part is more including other kind of documents as PDF you can also have. If you look at the best-in-class security, of course, is with the E5. You will have unlimited, more or less, automatic sensitive label. It will sense and feel, depending on which kind of documents you can put that in, and also, conditional access is there, and a lot of other kind of features that will help secure a lot of your company contents. So if you look at you as a partner earning opportunities, this we see here in percentage are incentives, what you actually can earn. So looking at the base offer, the eligible SKUs, you have on modern work and security core incentives is 3.75. And also with Copilot, you will have an extra 3.75%. You can also have some kind of strategic product accelerator if you upgrade or upsell products to the one mentioned here, like E5, E3, Business Premium. You have different also adding incentives to those. And if you have new customers, Microsoft will also add an extra 15% to those. So it will be a good opportunity for you, also to find new customers, of course. But otherwise, this is the incentives part that is offering to you as a partner. If you also sell to consumers, we had the one Copilot for individuals, we can say. If you look at just the Copilot part, it's the same for consumer as commercial organizations. But then, of course, in the consumer part, you have the Copilot Pro. It will give some extra features to that one. So if you want to compare, so if you have consumers that want to start looking at Copilot, that could be also bought to this one. It will then include Copilot for Outlook, Word, Excel, PowerPoint, and OneNote. So this is a more comparison between the consumer and the commercial organizations. So a promotion again. Let's see. Here we have the Microsoft 365 E3 promotion, where you can save up to 15%. It's only available for new customer. Also intend to do an upsell from lower editions like Office 365 E3 from on-prem or software or other kind too. So that is why this promotion are here. So it's also expanding until 1st of February to the 13th of June. So start looking at that. Unfortunately, the price are not set in the portal. It means that you will see the original price, but on the billing you will have the lower price when this has been invoiced. So this is something that you can calculate with, but you will not see the lower price with a savings of 15%. So, but bear in mind, so have this with you when you start talking about this product, Microsoft 365 E3, that you have a promotion on this one. So saving up to 15%. And then we have this start with the small business briefing workshop. So Microsoft have taking this opportunity to make like a briefing in 90 minutes. So it's partner-led. It means that you as a partner have the possibility to show and this in a smaller environment. It's based on Business Premium. So when you have identified customers that you think this is interesting for, you are having the possibility to make this kind of SMB briefing with the customer. So Microsoft and we as SYNNEX will provide you with a full briefing package. So includes everything as a facilitator script and supporting slides, contents, and everything, along with instructions how to set up the demo environment. And if you complete this in fully, you will have extra incentives called special incentives. And depending on but take contact with us at SYNNEX and we can probably explain it more. And yes, and we can probably also facilitate experts on this one to execute your first workshop if you want to have something to start with. So yeah, contact us on this one if you want to do something with your customers and if you have something. So not so long, but if you have any Q&As, could be on these topics, it could be something else. I didn't really introduce myself, but my name is Anders Långberg, and I'm the solution expert for Microsoft. So if you have other questions, of course, that is you are free to ask.
As it is for now, Anders, we don't have any questions, but
great.
Maybe you and me can chit chat for a while.
Yes.
For a while, and it might come.
Absolutely.
Or otherwise, we can just, as always, they can send you send questions directly to you or to us. As always. So.
Exactly. Yeah. Let's.
Yeah. So. Yeah. Interesting. But let's give people some time back. It's the best thing you can give another person, I think, at these times. So, Anders, thank you so much for today, and have a nice day.
Yes, thank you, and everybody else, thanks all for listening.
Yeah, goodbye.